When I was a teenager, I was cautious taking movie recommendations from my parents. When my mother recommended a Swedish lesbian film from 1998 with f***ing in the title, I couldn't resist, and I fell in love. The 90s to the 2000s was a golden age for lesbian cinema. Films like But I'm a Cheerleader and f***ing Åmål were witty comedic dramas, and I think that's the most effective way of conveying darker realities to a large audience, because the delicate balance of drama and comedy is most accurate to what life feels like, especially as a teenager. And I think this film isn't talked about enough outside of Sweden, sort of a missed lesbian classic of the 90s. Åmål, or Show Me Love, follows the angsty teenage struggles of two girls desperate to escape their shitty little small town of Åmål. I've been to Åmål, and yeah, I get it. No, it's beautiful in its own small town way. But this film explores depression, bullying, love, class, and even parents. MOODYSSON has this gift for writing real characters that we all know, and I've never seen teenagers represented so well on screen, even down to the punk rock soundtrack that just flawlessly depicts their angst and transports us into the characters' minds. Like all MOODYSSON's films, they're somehow simultaneously a spectacle of the decade they're representing, an epitome of the 90s in this case. Yet they have this timeless quality. The first loves, the loneliness of youth, the desperation to fit in but also stand out, and the desire to get as far away from your parents as humanly possible. This is the reality of being a teenager, and MOODYSSON captures it, which is why this film is enjoyed by everyone. As an adult, one is nostalgic for their teen years. As a teenager, it's relatable, and as a parent, one either dreads the day their kid's a teenager or laughs at how accurate the depiction of teenager parenting is. I think that MOODYSSON is one of the most unique voices in film. His tone, humor, and cinematographic choices are consistent throughout his works. The moments of intense drama which tugs at your soul, and moments of pure comedic genius. But what I'm most fascinated with is his use of the documentary style, with fast and slow zooms, handheld cameras which can be quite ugly at times. But this just adds a layer of authenticity. This is an authentic depiction of life, even at its moments of beautiful elevated experience, like the neon green kiss scene to I Wanna Know What Love Is in the back of a stranger's car, which is one of the greatest kiss scenes of all time. The colors of the characters' clothes and rooms also contrast against their environment, which can be quite dull and monochromatic, which of course symbolizes their angst and passion in a small, boring town. And another reason MOODYSSON's writing is so genius is because the dialogue is authentic. Teenagers have a very difficult time expressing their thoughts and feelings, so there are many grunts and silences and looking away because what you want to say is difficult, especially considering the fact that they are experiencing something that isn't talked about as often. Sure, Sweden in the 90s was far more open-minded than other places, yet in a high school, in a small town, one can feel very alone. The actions and the camera speaks louder than their words can articulate, and teenagers are often driven by impulse and feeling without always being able to rationally express it. And we see this in the chemistry between the two girls. It's undeniable, yet one can sense their uncertainty and fear. But God, the guys in this film are idiots. Some sweet idiots, but still. The chemistry between the girls simply overrides everything and everyone else. Some have criticized this film for being out of touch, but I think it's the complete opposite. It is a representation of naivety and youth, and the beauty of it. The embarrassment that comes, the constant tension between being seen and wanting to fit in. And the representation of parents is often exaggerated in teen movies to appeal to teenagers. But in this film, the parents aren't really doing anything wrong. Agnes has sweet, middle-class parents, but she hates them because they just don't understand. And of course, we empathize with both parties. I feel that this film was important in Sweden, where everyone is very much the same and afraid to stick out, especially in small towns like this. This work challenges that norm and allows these girls to explore who they are with bravery and follow their desires. And this was MOODYSSON's incredible debut film, but he's also made other masterpieces. One of my favorite films of all time is Tillsammans, which also has lesbians, class, first loves, and parents. Let me know what you think of his body of work in the comments below. As some of you may have seen, I've just gotten out of surgery and I finally got back to writing. Some more video essays will be coming, and I thank you so much for your patience. I'll see you soon.